Hello and welcome to another generic film photography channel. Just kidding, I make short films as well. So in today's video we're looking at the Epson V500, so that's a professional level film scanner, flatbed scanner. Originally I filmed this video as a kind of unboxing video, but the audio interface for my microphone decided to apply a weird echo effect. But for some reason I seem to have Adobe Photoshop Elements bundled in with this with a code on. So I got this scanner off eBay. You'll probably find it in similar places because it's not really available brand new anymore because it's a bit outdated now. They have brought out Epson V500 I believe, or 600 something, which is the modern one, which is on Amazon. I don't really know the pros and cons between the both, but I know that the Epson V500 is still pretty good. You can also get a V550 as well. Again, I don't really know the differences. I just know that this line of scanners is really good and good for your work in 120mm and also 35mm film. So the price that I got this scanner for was 170 British pounds, but I've seen people in America and the UK get it under $100, under £100. Kind of just depends who's selling it really, but that's the price I paid for it. Still okay. I mean, the brand new scanner is like well over £200, almost £300, so you do get some form of saving. The one I got came with all the original stuff in the original box. Everything's still sealed. I don't think they actually used the scanner. If they did, they only used it maybe once or twice. It's pristine condition, and from the tests I put on it, it works perfectly. The past owner kept it on the entire time. That's kind of criminal.
What does the film?
Oh, it just protects it. Yeah, but it looks ugly. No, I don't plan on selling anything I buy because I plan to keep it until it dies. No. So the optical resolution of the scanner is 6400 dpi and it supports 48-bit color. So in terms of the supported film, it supports 2x6 frames of 35mm film strips or 35mm mounted film of 4 frames. And then for 120 or 220, I didn't know it did 220, so medium format, it is a max of 6x12. It has 4 frames of 120mm that it supports. So when I talk about that, I mean that the film holder, it comes with a film holder. Mine did it anyway, hopefully yours will. I would definitely recommend buying one if it comes with a film holder. You can get them separately, but they're kind of harder to find. So the film holder basically goes flat on the flatbed scanner because it's a flatbed. It's not one of those cheap photo ones that you get on Amazon. You take out the, there's a bit on the top which is for paper, so it's like a white foamy sheet on the lid. So you take that out and then that reveals another scanner element in the lid as well. So basically what it does is it scans both sides of the film to make sure that the picture is as good as possible. And also because it accounts for the transparency of the film. If you just scan a film straight out with a white background, it's not really going to account for the transparency, which is the whole reason you buy flatbed scanners as opposed to, you know, taking a photo with your camera. So in terms of who this is marketed for, it's mainly for professionals, so people who are really into photography and perhaps selling their work, but I'm not selling my work. I'm just really into photography. I do have a DSLR and I've worked digital for a long time. I've only recently in the past 2 years got into film photography. My digital camera as well is a bad one. It's like under £200, and I bought 2 35mm film cameras, you know, 2 years ago or so. So I have a Olympus OM-1, so classic film camera, classic 35mm film camera. Get them relatively cheap, they're fantastic. I've got 3 different lenses for it. I've got a telephoto, it's about 200mm. I've got a wide, which is about 24mm, and a normal, which is 50. And then for the one I've bought more recently is the Zorki 4. So that comes with the same lens that's used on the Leica cameras. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but that's a 50mm lens. That is a rangefinder, however. The Olympus has a light meter inside it. The light meter works pretty fine actually, but generally I always double check it with a light meter app on my phone. For the rangefinder camera on the Zorki, I have problems finding focus on that because it's a lot harder to find focus on rangefinders. And for that you have to entirely meter yourself. Now in terms of ease of use of the scanner, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. And everything you need to know is kind of, online in documents or short videos, but hopefully this video will help you understand how to use it if you're just getting one or thinking of getting one. So in the box it's basically just, the battery pack, the film slides. There's another slide thing as well, which I haven't figured out what's for. I think it is 220mm film. So yeah, there's a separate one for that as well. And then it comes with the paperwork. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty old, the USB cable as well. So it's very much just plug and play, but you will probably have to download a scanning software. Well, no, you'll definitely have to download a scanning software if you're scanning film. Yeah, well, also what comes with it as well as CDs. So CDs for the software and drivers. All I needed to download was the software, and it's sorted because it downloads the drivers with that. I don't have CD drives, so I just downloaded it from Epson's website, fired it up, I recognized the scanner and started scanning my stuff instantly. Perfect. I have also tried this with ViewScan as well. So far, I haven't really got along with ViewScan because when I go to the color tab, it always messes around with loads of my film as opposed to just one image. I do all the cropping and stuff, but then when I make the adjustments, it seems to go for all of the images, even though I select, the option to do one by one. So I haven't really got on with ViewScan yet. I did a side-by-side scan of a ViewScan and Epson, and just for myself. And I don't think I'll show that because it's not really showing the best of ViewScan's abilities because I haven't really sort of got my hands on it properly yet. But in terms of Epson Scan software, really good, I think. So far I've managed to get decent images out of it. Seems pretty good to me. Even the auto settings, just tweaking those a little bit. That's what I did first. So what I did first is I made the mistake of, I did the auto settings, then I tweaked it a bit for exposure and stuff. Then in the color tab, I made my creative choices, which I knew I shouldn't have done, but I was messing around with the scanner and I got carried away and did it for practically those of my images. But the reason why you don't do that is because Lightroom is so much better. So then, I redid some of my images, just balancing them to be the correct colors manually, instead of doing any auto stuff. I clicked auto to check the general, what it thinks a photo should be look like. Then I did it all myself and fairly close. I mean, if you wanted to do it really quickly, auto is pretty fine. The colors, maybe not so naturally balanced all of the time. I noticed that the slider wasn't all the way sometime, which is trying to account for certain exposures and stuff when, you want it as you shot it most of the time. But overall, the software is pretty good. It comes with digital ice technology, which removes dust and scratches and stuff. I haven't really noticed it actually remove anything. There's a few dust and scratches over some of the negatives because I didn't blow it properly. I've got a bad air canister at the moment. I've ordered another one, but I did my best, and I didn't really notice it remove anything. I have it on anyway. In general, in Photoshop, using the spot removal tool is the easiest and best way to remove that stuff anyway. It doesn't really take that long. I don't know why people moan about removing dust and scratches. It's so easy, honestly. So yeah, in terms of settings, the settings that I sort of use, so in terms of DPI, for preview, I don't think it allows you to select a preview DPI, so it just does it. Whereas ViewScan, you can select it to be 800, which is the general, consensus. I think no, it surely doesn't. Because I have it to the output scan to be 3200 because I want them fairly high quality, because I only want to scan them once really and not have to scan them again, so I can keep them as high quality as possible forever basically, and then go back if I want to rescan any stuff. And then for the cropping adjustments for the Epson software, it does it automatically, and I'm happy with how it does it, to be honest. All of the cropping pretty perfectly, and I haven't needed to adjust any of it. With ViewScan, the thing that really annoys me about ViewScan is like it doesn't seem to do a very good auto crop, and all of like doing a manual crop on every single photo is like kind of time consuming. I'd rather just like it do it for me and make the adjustments, but when it does it for me, it always messes it up. So far anyway from what I've tried. But clicking the advanced tab in Epson software, just so easy. Everything's there for you. Everything's kind of, it will do some stuff for you and you'll think, I don't need to change that. So it's very much worth using the scanner with the Epson scan software to begin with, and then moving on, as opposed to trying it with ViewScan and stuff, unless you're already experienced in scanners and you know what you like. So now I'm just going to show you a few images that I've managed to get out of the scanner, all 35mm film, because I only have 35mm film cameras at the moment. Looking at getting a 120mm because I love the format. They're generally the cheap ones are the square format cameras, and I'm not sure how I feel about square format, so it might be a while before I go into 120. So that's it for this video, really. So it was just kind of a quick look at the Epson V500 because I got it like 2 days ago. Sorry again, it wasn't the like unboxing type video that I originally intended, but hopefully this is still an okay video for you to watch. Check out some of the other videos that people have on this scanner in particular, but I know a lot of film photographers that do film photography YouTube have Epson scanners, and generally this is the one that they've had for a long time. I think they're only recently upgrading to the newer one, but I don't really know what the difference is in between them. I just know that this is way decent. So if you're looking for a film scanner, this is definitely one of the ones to go for on the cheaper side, 100%. I'm pointing over there because it's over there. The reason why I went for this and spent the extra money as opposed to getting, one of those cheap ones on Amazon that takes has a screen on it and film goes through. Even Kodak do one, but all of the reviews and videos I've seen of it, it's so bad. It literally just takes a picture of it. And what I was doing before, like all of my film photos before were me just with a macro lens, taking a photo of the film with my bad DSLR and not really getting great results, but getting okay results. But this is like amazing. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to shoot digital anymore other than on my phone. I think I'm just going to shoot straight film. I mainly shoot Colourplus, and I've shot some Lomography as well, which I didn't, watching people's videos I didn't like the colours of, but when I shot it, the colours seemed fine. But I mainly shoot Colourplus because it's just like a really cheap film. It looks pretty decent. You can get a lot of, you can push a lot of stuff with Colourplus in terms of colours afterwards because it's fairly balanced. I mean, it's a bit yellowy, but not as yellowy as Kodak Gold. And then eventually I'll move on to maybe portrait for not everything because I don't have enough money for that, but like for very specific things. So maybe I'll take a photo on Colourplus and go, okay, I'll take that again. And recently I've got some Ultramax, yeah, that's right behind me. So yeah, I've got some Ultramax 400 ISO film. I haven't shot on 400 ISO yet, so I'll be doing a video on that. It's probably already out, may not already be out. I don't know, it depends which one I want to post first. But yeah, I'll be testing that film out and seeing what I can do with it. So thanks very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe because I have more of this style of content coming out soon because I really enjoy watching people's videos who make stuff like this, and I like making videos, so I thought I'd go into this kind of genre of YouTube.